Hello all, happy Monday morning, hope you're all well. Got another message for you today, and today we're talking about the art of influence. And this came to me because I got thinking kind of like, what's the most important personal development skills I've kind of studied myself and mastered so far, and what's been the most valuable. And I think this is really the biggest one that I've learned so far, and it's had the biggest impact in terms of my financial and emotional well-being. So wanted to give it a quick share with you. And really, I think I've come to a point in certain situations when I believe I understand what people are going to think before they do. You know, in terms of business, in terms of sales, in terms of personal relationships. And it's because I spend most of my life just analysing human behaviour. Like, I'm the weird dude on the train who was looking over people's shoulders, seeing what app they're using, and you know why, and how people interact on social and things like that. So I just find it fascinating what people do, like why people so sucked into propaganda on Facebook. Like, why is there so much negativity everywhere, like in the news, shared on social media? You know, just bad things. Like, why do people love meme videos, for example? Why do people behave the way they do? And I think if you can get to a place where you truly understand every facet of human behaviour, you can start to apply the principles of the art of influence and really get what you want in life. So if you can kind of understand where the world's heading based on that as well, you can then take advantage of the next opportunity. Like, the next big thing for me, as far as I'm concerned, that's coming is voice. Like, obviously we've already got Alexa, Apple HomePod, Google Home, and things of that nature. And at the moment I've got Alexa, I'm just kind of using it to listen to music and things like that, but it can do a lot more. And I think these sort of technology is going to reinvent, you know, how we interact and get through our day-to-days, just like the smartphone has. So, like, I get wound up now when I've got to take my phone out of my pocket, put in a passcode, open the app, then use the app to do things like check the weather when I just want to ask Alexa, right? And I think we're going to end up in a world where everything around our house and in the car and everything else is going to be able to deal with that sort of stuff for us. So, you know, your shower head might be able to call your mum or schedule a meeting and things like that. Everything in a 2018 world, what people are looking for is ease of life, good communication, and just pure convenience. I think that is what voice is going to bring. So that's an opportunity that I'm, you know, certainly looking to be investing in, and you know, seeing where that's going, trying to be ahead of the curve on that. I think a lot of businesses and people, you know, generally throughout their career, just don't pay enough attention to this. Like, why do you think Toys R Us and Blockbuster and, you know, old school companies like that are going out of business? It's because they're ignorant to changing consumer behaviour. You know, they disrespected new competitors like Amazon, and they were too arrogant to change. And I think, you know, it was similar when the television was invented, when the telephone was invented. People who wouldn't change lost. So I think if you want to influence someone to buy from you in your position, in your career, in your job, in your business, then you've got to understand how you can make their life better and easier. And to me, they're the two key principles of this. So I go through this every day. I try and look at what everybody's doing, and understand, you know, I want my proposition, whatever that is in sales, just to be foolproof. I want to know what they want before they do, and it leaves as little to chance as possible. So in business, yeah, I need to understand my customer, their customers, the stakeholders, the investors, and come up with something that solves their biggest problem. So, you know, the key is as well, like, I'm not focused on, and everybody, you know, makes a mistake. They focus too much on their own agenda and push that rather than worrying about what's in it for the other person. So forget about what you want. I mean, have it in the back of your mind, but you've got to be fully focused on the value you're providing and the problem that you're solving. And it's the same in life. Like, you know, if I want to make my wife happy, which generally do, you know, I'm a good dude, I want to get into her world and figure out what she wants. Like at the moment, we're in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy, so I can't take her out for a nice meal and cocktails like we used to do. So I've got to think a bit wider. So let's jump into her world, like the world of pregnancy. What are her frustrations, fears, hopes and dreams? Like she's frustrated, she's stuck in the house, she can't do what perhaps her friends are doing. Fears, is everything going to be okay? Hopes, well, probably just that I'll be around for her, and dreams, we can, what's it going to be like when the baby's here? This is going to be the best Christmas when it comes to it ever, and all this stuff. So last weekend I played less golf. We spoke about everything. We went out doing some shopping for the baby. We had a great weekend together. She was a lot happier. So I think it works in business and life. You want not necessarily influence all the time. It's more just about improving that sort of emotional well-being that you've got. So the art of influence in business and in life, it all comes down to understanding every facet of human behaviour, and then in your ability to act on that to add ultimate value. And I think you can have an advantage here because not many people audit their own life in this way. So I'm always coming at this from both angles in my own sort of personal development journey. So I'm auditing myself, right? What's important to me, what am I trying to do long term, and also I'm auditing everybody else, right? And they're not doing that. So I can look at the situation, jump into the situation from their perspective, try and add that value, and then influence them to, perhaps whatever it is, acting the way you want. Is it whether it's to buy from you, vote for you, go on a date with you, hang with you on the weekend, whatever that may be. And I think we all want more sales in our business. We all want better relationships with our loved ones. And I can honestly say that understanding this, how humans and consumers work, is the biggest skill and the most important skill I've ever developed in terms of financial and emotional well-being. So I would suggest that you get your head out of the sand, look up away from your phone, watch the world, everything that's going on, learn from it, and then dominate using your newfound knowledge and applying these principles. So give it a go next time you're doing your day today, and let me know how you get on. See ya.